Do you really know the man behind the music? At 57, the tragedy of Keith Urban is beyond heartbreaking. Because behind the dazzling lights, the roaring crowds, and the flawless voice lies a story so painful, so shocking, that most fans could never imagine it. Keith Urban, the country superstar, the Grammy winner, and the husband of Nicole Kidman, seemed to have everything. Fame, love, and a career that stretched across decades. But what the world saw on stage was only half the truth. Off stage, Keith's life was plagued by struggles so deep, they nearly destroyed everything he had worked for. Imagine living your dream, standing on stage as thousands cheer your name, yet feeling completely broken inside. That was Keith's reality. Long before he became the household name we know today, he battled personal demons that left scars not visible to the naked eye. Few people know that Keith Urban's childhood was marked by constant pain and instability. Growing up in Australia, he faced rejection and bullying that chipped away at his confidence. His only escape? Music. But even music couldn't shield him from the darkness waiting around the corner. Because here's the truth, fame doesn't heal wounds. In fact, it often makes them deeper. And for Keith, the pressures of stardom pushed him down a path that nearly ended his career, and his life. Addiction. It's a word many fans never want to associate with their idols. But for Keith, it became his reality. At the height of his career, when the world thought he was unstoppable, he was quietly drowning in alcohol and drugs. His talent was undeniable, but his pain was unbearable. Even his marriage to Nicole Kidman, one of Hollywood's most admired couples, was hanging by a thread. Nicole, despite her unconditional love, was left helpless as Keith's battles consumed him. Imagine being married to the man you love, but not knowing if he'll survive another night. That was Nicole's reality. Many believed their love story was destined to collapse under the weight of his addiction. Think about this. Millions of fans saw him as a superstar, but Nicole saw him as a broken man fighting for survival. And at one point, even she questioned if he would make it out alive. In 2006, just 4 months after marrying Nicole, Keith checked himself into rehab. Imagine that, on the brink of a new life, in love, adored by the world, yet crumbling on the inside. Nicole herself staged an intervention, forcing him to confront the darkness he could no longer hide. But here's what will shock you most. Did rehab really save Keith Urban? Or did it only uncover deeper wounds that had never truly healed? Because while he fought for sobriety, the demons of his past never truly let go. The cravings, the memories, the triggers, they followed him everywhere. Even after years of sobriety, Keith admits that the battle never truly ends. The scars remain. The pain lingers. And while he continues to perform, smile, and inspire millions, the truth is, behind those bright lights is a man who carries heartbreak every single day. And yet, this is where the tragedy becomes even more powerful. Because Keith's pain is what gave birth to some of his greatest songs. The rawness in his voice, the emotions in his lyrics, they don't come from perfection, they come from struggle, from survival, from nights when he almost lost it all. That's why his music feels so real, so personal, because it's written from the depths of his brokenness. So at 57, while the world celebrates his success, the tragedy of Keith Urban is this: he is a man who has given the world his music, his heart, and his soul, yet has spent a lifetime fighting demons most of us could never understand. And maybe that's why his story is both heartbreaking and inspiring. Because despite everything, despite his addictions, his near collapses, and his scars, he still stands. He still sings. He still pours his soul into every note, reminding us that even in brokenness, there can be beauty. But the question that haunts his fans remains: how much longer can Keith Urban continue carrying this weight before it becomes too much?